You're watching Good Morning Britain.
Well, as presenters of the original Good Morning Britain, Anne Diamond and Nick Owen were watched by millions through the 1980s.
And in the midst of lockdown, they have revived their presenting partnership, and they join us now from separate isolation. Anne is in Buckinghamshire, Nick is in Staffordshire. Well, it's fantastic to see you. How are you continuing to broadcast in these lockdown times, Anne?
Oh, it's really weird. I'm hearing those titles gets me. I really feel quite emotional already. But yeah, it's weird doing it in isolation, but it's wonderful to be back with Nick. Broadcasting, really, or live streaming, they call it nowadays, don't they?
Yeah,
Nick, I didn't even realise that the original show was actually called Good Morning Britain. That was a revelation to me.
Well, you were a teenager then, weren't you? It's a long time. I believe you were a teenager.
Have you recovered from the physical scars of years of morning breakfast telly?
You never do.
Yeah. We're blooming early. I must say, we were at our desk just before 4 o'clock, I think it was, every morning, and going through the programme. Went on air at 6, similar to yourselves, and 3.5 hours. A lot of people to interview and a lot of things to get your head round, but it was a fantastic experience. It was a pivotal moment in the history of British television, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was. It really was very groundbreaking, and it really it introduced breakfast television to the country. We'd never had it before. And what was the reaction? Were people immediately into it, or did it take time to grow?
It took the first summer of 1983 to grow, because we used to joke that it would be much cheaper if we just taped the programme and sent out video cassettes to people who were interested. But every week during the summer of '83, we sent Chris Tarrant out onto the beaches of Britain, and it seemed to just gain momentum, and it grew and grew. And by the end of '83, we knew that it was successful. It was brilliant.
It was a very big moment when we suddenly passed 1 million viewers at one sort of peak quarter hour. That was a big moment for us.
What you didn't have back then, although I know, you both are still broadcasting now, but what you didn't have back then was social media.
Yeah.
And I wonder how that might have changed things back then.
I think it would have done viewership because people didn't know about it really, except what they read in the papers. If anyone wanted to comment on the programme, they had to write to us. Can you imagine that? Writing postcards and things like that.
Yeah.
I would actually love that. We get instant, I came out the other day with too much orange makeup. We're doing our own makeup, can you believe? And immediately I got bombarded with abuse about my orange head. And there's no hiding anymore. You hear it immediately.
Absolutely, and everything I was told by my boss, it doesn't matter how brilliant a journalist you think you are, but at the end of the day, people will comment about what you're wearing. And on International Sports Day or something, I wore a yellow and brown velour tracksuit. And a couple of days later, I got all the letters saying I looked like a squashed banana on the sofa.
Well, look, it's fantastic to talk to you. You guys were the trailblazers for what we do now. And I remember watching it. You were great. You remain great.
Well,
You've got your show
you can be seen
with
on
Anne
YouTube.
And Nick every Monday, 3 p.m. on YouTube with Anne and Nick. I urge everyone to watch it. They were the first and the best, many think. It's been downhill ever since. Lovely to talk to you.
We're back tomorrow. Lorraine's here in a moment.